Pàtó fún ẹgbẹ́ creativity fún ohun tí wọ́n ti fi dá wa lára yá láti ẹ̀kan òkè òbí tì í. Ẹṣin ẹgbẹ́ creativity a lè kí àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe ìwọlé nígbà tí wọ́n fi dá wa lára yá. Ní báyìí máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ pé bàbá President Council of Elders for a shortly keynote address. Bàbá wa Alhaji Sidiko Dawari ẹ bá wa pàtẹ́wọ́ fún bàbá wa President Council of Elders.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great joy and deep sense of pride that I welcome you all to this occasion. Yoruba Day 2025 media launch right here in the beautiful land of Ghana. I begin by giving all thanks and praises to the Almighty God who has made this gathering possible. I also extend sincere appreciation to them to bring this remarkable event to life. Today marks not just another cultural celebration. It is the beginning of a new dawn, a new history is being written right here, right now. This event is not a one-time celebration. It is the best of an annual tradition that brings together all Yoruba sons and daughters residing in Ghana. A time for us to reflect, reconnect, and rejoice in the richness of our heritage. It is a time to celebrate ourselves, our culture, our accomplishment, and most importantly, our unity. We have not done badly as people. In fact, we have done exceedingly well across generations. The Yoruba community in Ghana has consistently demonstrated the true spirit of Omaluabi, a person of integrity, respect, discipline, and honor, from business to governance, academia to entrepreneurship. The impact of the Yoruba people in this country stretched far and wide. For over 200 years, the Yoruba have called Ghana home. Our footprints are deeply etched in the fabric of this nation. We have helped shape its growth and development while preserving the value and cultural beauty that makes us who we are. That is the excellence we are celebrating today. But even as we celebrate our excellence, we must not forget the foundation that holds us together, unity as people with a shared history and a common destiny. I appeal to every one of us to live in peace, to love one another, and to promote unity among ourselves. Only then can we build a stronger community and contribute meaningfully to the society we live in. As your keynote speaker today, I do not stand here to merely speak. I stand to remind us all. Responsibility to all. Let us carry the torch of Omaluabi with pride. Let us raise the children with the value that shapes us. Let us teach them not just one language, but our stories, our music, and our food, and attire, and our reference for all this. This celebration is not just for it. It is for our future generations. We are here to showcase and promote the beauty of Yoruba culture and to pass on that legacy, even though many of us were born or raised here in Ghana. We must never forget where we come from. A tree that forgets its roots cannot stand tall. To our ancestors and forebears, we paved the way and built a good name for us. We say thank you. Let us honor them not only with words but with actions. Let us be people who build, not destroy, who unite, not divide, who uplift, not tear down. Let us stand for progress, peace, and preservation to our identity. Let this gathering be a reminder that wherever we are in the world, the Yoruba spirit of excellence and unity live on in it. Once again, I thank you all for being here today. Let us celebrate with joy, pride, and purpose. I look forward to seeing you at the main event as we continue to honor our past, embrace our present, and shape our future. Thank you, and may the Yoruba nation continue to rise in unity, culture, and excellence. Thank you very much.
Lẹ́tẹ̀sí ọjọ́ náà bá ti rọ̀ fún bàbá wa láti sílíkò ìpèsè kásílọ̀ ẹ̀ṣọ́ bàbá ẹgbẹ́ fún wa bàbá ṣọdún ẹ̀bí ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá lágbára ọlọ́run ẹni ṣọdún ẹ̀bí sá ẹni dàgbà ìyá láṣẹ ìdọ̀mọ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ni mo sáré ọmọ àwa náà ni mo sáré ọmọ ní báyìí ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá péré wá pé bàbá wa Reverend Alabi káwọn fún wa ní short keynote address. Reverend Alabi jẹ́ pàtàkì fún Reverend Alabi àwọn 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 àdéhùn fún keynote address.
Thank you very much, Eshungan. I wasn't prepared. I'm going to give a keynote address, but it's a real privilege to stand in front of our father, our Babawa, láti lè sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yoruba Day launching. So permit me, I'm going to be addressing us in English. Ara àwọn nǹkan tá à ń fight fún náà nìyẹn so that a lè sọ Yorùbá fluently láti fi address nǹkan bọ̀. For the benefit of those who doesn't understand Yoruba that are among us, so I'm going to be speaking to us in English. But if left with ourselves, I would have tried. There is a reason why I am Yoruba, and there is a reason why there is an Englishman. There is a reason why there is Arab, and there is a reason why there is Indian. Dynamic of every human being is found in their ability to showcase their culture, their heritage, and be proud of where they come from. It's a growing concern that many of us, especially in Africa, are fast losing our heritage and culture. And when I heard about this Yoruba Day, it excites me because we are going to begin to showcase our culture, teaching our children the importance of who they are. Because when you lose your identity, you lose your purpose. When you lose who you are, you lose your focus in life. And that is why I think we are going to fight. And to all the parents, they say vernacular speaking is prohibited. So they should speak English. Maybe I need to say this. When you were born as a Yoruba person, for instance, there is a part of your brain that processes your development, and that has to do with your language. And any attempt to alter it or shift it will lead to what is called disjointed growth or a distorted growth. And you can never be like the other person, and you can never achieve your total self. And that is why you should let everybody speak in the language that have been translated to them through DNA. Tí bá bí ọmọ nísìnyí, DNA mi ló máa carry. And in my DNA, I have the DNA of my father. My father has the DNA of his father, up to generations. But about distort growth here, what we are doing is that we'll be losing ourselves, we'll be losing our creativity, we'll be losing our sense of development, and we will be losing the essence of living. Generally, our Chinese undeveloped faster because they don't force to learn any other person's language. They learn mathematics in their language, they learn English even in their language, they learn science in their language, so they can grasp what they are teaching them faster. So if you teach me in English language as a Yoruba person, there's something that takes place in my brain. I have to process it in Yoruba first before I will now process it back in English. And in the process of that, I lose part of it. And that's why our children are not doing well. So we need to understand that being a Yoruba and speaking Yoruba in the public, letting your children speak in Yoruba, does not demean who you are, does not make you less of who you are, or your children less of who they are. But beating them for speaking Yoruba, prohibiting vernacular, so-called vernacular in your home is highly deep sense of inferiority by yourself. You are rather the one who have a problem, not your children. Allow them to flow in their language. Allow them to flow in their culture. Allow them to flow in where they, you see, when you look at today, African Americans are tracing their roots back to Africa and they want to identify. And how do they do that? You will see a lot of people, they will tell you, I come from Nigeria, I come from Ghana, they're finding their part in Africa because they look it through DNA and they do what is called a genetic analysis. And through that, they are able to trace who they are by their character traits in them through their DNA. So, and they are happy to identify with us. So what I'm saying is that maybe we adults might have lost it. We adults might have been a victim of mental colonization. We are no longer colonized physically, but we are mentally colonized, whereby we feel that speaking English making us superior to others who cannot speak English. And we see brilliancy as ability to express yourself in another man's language as brilliancy. That's total false. Brilliancy is the ability to express who you are irrespective of your language. Most of these great scientists that do a lot of invention in the world can't speak one word of English, but they are well respected today. The culture we don't respect has been exported. In Brazil, Yoruba culture is one of the greatest culture that is being celebrated. We are capturing the whole world with our dress. everybody wants to identify with Ashwebi, which emanated from Yoruba party as Owambe. We have it, but we don't know the importance of it. And people in the world are taking it away from us and we're losing it. I believe my time is up. Okay, I can still speak. So let us be proud of who we are. Let us be proud of what we are. Let us be proud of our language. I stumbled on a study recently that talks about Yoruba language being one of the best languages in the world, and it's being studied in Harvard because of the weightiness of it. Yoruba is very weighty. Yoruba contains a lot of proverb idioms that many English language doesn't have half of Yoruba idioms and proverbs. All the proverbs in English are being translated from other people's language. And we are losing it. Let's respect our culture. Let's respect our dressing. Let's tell the world who we are. When I was growing up as a young pastor, I used to have a problem with my head pastor then. And they would tell us, dress formal. So if I wear my African native dress and I appear in the church and I say, why are you not dressing formal? And I always find them that this is my formal way of dressing. You cannot look at how our daddies are dressing beautifully, showcasing their culture, and somebody will tell you it's not formal. Formal has to do with suits. You are mentally colonized. Something is wrong with your reason and sense of processing things. It's because we are being told by those who colonize us that what we have is not good and what they have is the best. I'll be rounding up with this story. When I was in primary school, we've been taught one thing. When we go to school, say, children, what do you eat today? We say, oh, we ate bread and egg. We ate salad. I don't know how many people are. Every children will be forming and be telling the story that are not. I quite remember this story very extensively. There was one guy that was staying 2 roads from me. And they said, what did you eat this morning as a breakfast? And he said, I had salad and bread. And everybody looked at him as very important by another man's food. You can see how mentally we are colonized. You feel important by another man's food. You feel important by another man's clothes. You feel important by another man's way of talking. And you think that because you can speak English, you are more educated and important than me. No, education has nothing to do with language. Language is a way of processing what you are being educated upon, not education itself. So those of you that think your children can speak English and be educated, no, I beg to differ. They are not educated. Educated is ability to use your total self, bringing out the inbuilt ability inside you. So this boy that said, I ate bread and egg, I don't know what happened to him. He got sick in the class. And when he vomited Eba and they will salad has turned to Eba and they will do. And he felt ashamed. And we all laugh as children. We didn't know the significance of it. And that's where our mind has been distorted. Our mind has been distorted. Please don't distort the mind of your children. Let them live freely. Let them eat their food. In eating their food, it has a way of processing. Chinese man, you see, we struggle. I went to a Chinese restaurant. I was being given a chopstick to eat rice. How can I use 2 sticks to eat rice? But I saw a Chinese friend of mine who was just. So when I pick it took me like 5 minutes to pick one rice. Just 1 piece. And I said, this is not me. And I see that this is it. When you are trying to fit in another man's culture, it's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It will not fit. You will lose who you are, and you will not become the other person. So let's be Yoruba and be proud. Let's be Yoruba and be very, very proud of it.
Let your children understand it. Don't let them go through what mental slavery that we have gone through. Don't let them go through, robbing of our exes the way we have been robbed. Teach them to be who they are. Let the world know there is this celebrated culture called the important of our culture. Let us have a lot of exhibition. Let's take people back to the history. Let's begin to drum down to them, to our children, the importance of speaking your language, the importance of dressing where you come from, the importance of, when you look at the Indian, you identify them by their soiree also, their clothes. When you look at the Chinese, it's a particular way they dress. When you look at Arab, they have their way. So whenever anybody see Yoruba, they must be able to see that this is a proud Yoruba. And it is our responsibility to do that. Thank you very much, the organizer of this program. Thank you very much, all of you that have taken it upon yourselves to make Yoruba proud in Ghana. Some of our generation will not know the story of Yoruba anymore. So the media people should be having one-on-one interview with them, the culture, the tradition, the way of living. Let us have archives of the Yoruba cultures from those who know it so that we can pass it on to our children. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.